Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Capio Partners from their credit report, and in many cases without paying their debt at all. So if that's you, or even someone you know, I encourage you to pass this video along because I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, I should say that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or believe Capio Partners or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or actually any major issues that are affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. Now, in those situations, we work with local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts permanently deleted, okay? Or, if you don't have any issues like that and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we're here to help. Give us a call today and we can take care of that for you. Our number will be in the description below. So today, I want to go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one I think is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Capio Partners? I put this one at the top of the list for a reason, and that is because we have a lot of callers that are honestly terrified that this could happen. And really it makes sense. Few people are taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this, I'll be honest, up until I got into the business. Fortunately, the answer is, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So I hope that sets your mind at ease. The other thing is the amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million. You will not be arrested or get any jail time. Okay? So now who is Capio Partners and why are you seeing them on your credit report? Well, they are referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And they buy debts, unpaid accounts, like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? So what does that look like? Well, imagine that you have, for whatever reason, an unpaid card with Capital One, and it's $1,000, okay? Capio Partners could, in theory, come along and buy that debt. And maybe they'd buy it for just $100. But now they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, right? Which gives them a 10 times return on their investment. So, think about it. These companies can make a lot of money. Damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is a primary strategy that they have to get you to pay. And that's why you're seeing them, right? However, the thing is, what many people don't realize is that paying a debt that's on your credit report does not automatically remove that account attached to it, right? That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, whether it's paid or not. So a lot of the time, paying isn't actually in your best interest, and you could just be wasting your money. Now, in rare cases, paying debts can even hurt your score even further. Now, in addition to credit reporting, some other things that they do is they send scary letters. They'll call a lot. That's a big one. Even sometimes they'll call your family members and colleagues. And I do want to mention, too, that if collectors have ever threatened you, or harassed you during non-business hours, you, again, may be owed a lawsuit. So that's another case where you'd want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with Capio Partners? So settling your debt with Capio Partners really depends on your goal. And what I mean is that typically if you're, let's say wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. Okay, and I'll explain. Just what I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit score, your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time, right? So instead, we always recommend that you work with an expert like us that can come in and review these accounts for you. And what we're looking for is if certain issues exist within there, the accounts may be removed completely. Now, this, of course, is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt, and that and furthermore, the debt that won't help your credit score, right? And the negative account gets removed from your report, so it's perfect, right? So, so how do you remove Capio Partners from your credit report? Excellent question. So, the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, having said that, I will follow that up by saying that the knowledge required to do this is more involved than it might seem. That's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but really be prepared to spend weeks, possibly months, learning how to do it properly. However, there's a better option. You could hire a professional to handle it for you, and one, ensure that it's done properly the first time. Two, save you the extra time of learning how to do it. And those are reasons that we're happy to take care of it for you. We've dealt with Capio Partners accounts many times. They regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them, and we'll take care of it for you too if you prefer. Here's a great question. How can you get Capio Partners to stop calling you? This is very annoying. And as I mentioned before, this is what Capio Partners will do. They will be calling you in the attempt to collect their debt that they've purchased, which means, unfortunately, the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, which again may not be the best option, or you can work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Okay. Will Capio Partners try suing or garnishing my wages? Another great question. Capio Partners suing is unlikely. It can happen. It does happen. But in our experience, it's really rare. And the reason is that there are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's just a really long process for them. So, but to avoid that altogether, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect at all, which is another benefit of using an expert. Here's a good one. What are my rights when dealing with Capio Partners? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Capio Partners has purchased. Okay. Capio Partners is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA. And as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. Now, these acts can seem very complicated, but they provide a great deal of power to you, the consumer, if you know how to use it properly. Again, if you don't have time to research these, I don't blame you. It's not a problem. Call us today, and we'll discuss your options with you. Again, our number will be in the description area below, and thanks so much for watching.